Alright, does that get you? Does that get it? Something has gone wrong with the sources. And I don't know what, but... Alright. Okay. My apologies. I don't know what went wrong there, but it's fixed now. How stupid. Okay, well, as you can see, the Dex Heroes is still game one. Not a lot has happened thus far. They're just doing a lot of board building at this point. Not a lot's been going on, but Cramps is definitely ahead on board strength at least. I think we're only in turn two. So, you know, is what it is. Okay. So not a lot of damage been dealt yet, of course. We're getting there. Just shielding up and getting stuff done. Building that board. The Tuscan camp is now threatening a disrupt while also showing some pretty significant damage as well. I got promoted, Destiny Jr. Okay. The discard to reroll. Gets him a little more of what he had. He doesn't go ahead with the disrupt now, which is interesting. He does have a let's make a deal in his hand, which is a pretty interesting, like, and if he doesn't resolve damage quickly, that's a threat. Black Market Arm and the Dinjarans are his only board improving aspects right now. But here that comes. So he says, I don't care about the damage, which he's probably right to save the let's make a deal for now. He needs to develop his board more. So Baru's going to, get out this Key Saver. Discard and get shields. So Key is pretty well protected at this point, considering he can just overwrite the Jedi Saber loop for 3 shields a turn now. That's going to be pretty rough. And now that he's got the double Tuscan camp, it's going to be a fair amount of work trying to get through this barrage. Tuscan camp so silly. He continues to reroll the Afra stuff, and I'm not sure why. Well, once again, apologies for the inconvenience of having to restart the stream and taking forever to get this fixed. I did not realize there was an issue. It wasn't a problem even less than a week ago, and I don't know what's going on there, but we've figured out a workaround, at least for now, and that's all we got, folks. For some reason or another, uh, the source settings for Streamlabs here is not picking up the game as an appropriate window. It like just kind of kept a screenshot of like the load screen, and that was it. So I don't know why that is, but for one reason or another, it is what it is. So we just captured the whole screen, and we've kind of solved the problem. But at least for now, this is what we got. I fixed it, but okay. So we actually see some damage being dealt. He's going to go after Dinjarin and his 14 health, of course. The complicated, he's got his finger on the complicated profession, but he doesn't have a resource to do it with. What you going to do there, buddy? You got to get some stuff out on the board, bro. Whoa. What you doing? What happened there? Okay. Not sure what. The 2 disrupt from the Tuscan camp is crazy. Just waiting to go. All right. Okay, so we've got a key rollout with it's actually not that good at all. You got a blank. He's got a 2 resource though out of that Jedi lightsaber die with the Jarkai, and I guess that's all right, but that's about the extent. He's got a Ned B in his hand. I'm happy to see Ned B actually finding a place here, which is cool. It's cool. Take those resources. Looks like that maybe the Dead or Alive was forgotten. Did I miss that? I think he forgot his the Dead or Alive trigger. Ned B rolling out. We got another blank. It's got one more card discard to reroll here. He's finally just going to take the resource from the Aphrodite, maybe. Once again, there's basically like not much is really happening here, other than building the board. There you go. There's some stuff. So with the 2 focus, he can basically create quite a bit of damage here. So with the 2 focus, without any resources on his side, like, what is he doing? What does he want? What does he want better than a resource? I guess shields. Okay, maybe that's what he wants. I don't know. So that's 4 damage there. The 2 focus can get him additional, either like he can go for some indirect and like a 4 damage off the dark saber, or he's got like he can go with he can just get 1 damage out of the Tusken Raider. I don't know. I guess I would imagine that he's thinking toward either grabbing the like 1 resource, or I guess he could go with what's more worth it to him. Well, if he's trying to maximize for damage output, he can get a good bit here. He can turn the Darksaber to a 3 damage, which becomes 4. The Tusken Raider to a 1 damage. And that's another, so for a total of 4, 8, 10. Now, since he has, I guess that's why he didn't want to take the resources. It was just the threatening 2 disrupt there. So really doesn't need to care about that anymore. So he could just turn it. He could turn it to the 3 damage and a 2 damage, the 2 indirect and a 3 for 1. But he's not. He's just going to take the. Okay, so he's going to go for more of just the straight resources play. Yeah. Okay. And then there's the 4 damage there to put Din Djarin on 6 damage, so we'll have 8 health left. But once again, like, he's still facing down a 14 health Ki-Adi-Mundi, and nobody's died yet. Like, you got to take out these, minor characters over here. Owen and Beru need to get burnt to a crisp in order to win, guy. Come on, let's go. So, all right, so reviews these hands here. Double Act of Cruelty up on top. He kept his let's make a deal. He's got a Vibra Sword as well. That could be potentially useful, but with only 2 resources, he's got to use that stuff sparingly. So let's see where he goes here. On the other side, Way of the Jedi and Jedi Mind Trick going to take care of some stuff. He's got the Pacify that'll help him out. Tranquility to get a resource out of something, and then the Temple Guards to pursue the board. Beacon's probably got this pretty well in hand at this point. I mean, I don't think he can reasonably expect to like to stop this anymore. I mean, he's got 6, 11, 12 dice versus 5 or 6 dice over there. 7 dice. 12 dice versus 7 dice. That's a lot to catch up on. And this is why board state matters so much. Okay. Look at all those resources. That's crazy good. Tusken Camp rolls and threatens 1 disrupt, but he goes ahead with it playing a 3 cost. He's going to get the Tusken Camp out. Okay. It makes sense. All right. So Beacon is just going to take some resources and hang on here. And that Tusken Camp rolls a 2 disrupt there. That's a threat. He'll probably go ahead and play the Jedi Temple Guards here while he can. And we'll see. Oh, maybe not. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, he took the resource from the Tusken Camp. That's it. It's like that wasn't a dead or alive trigger. Okay, so yeah, plays the Temple Guards using Baru. We see a disrupt. Almost doesn't matter. He's just going to take another resource or 2 to make sure he can provide for some removal here. Threaten the 2 cost removal. Yep, Din Djarin's rolls out. And the Tusken Camp eliminates 1 resource. Okay. Gets it back, but what's he going to do with it? Rolls into the 2. One of those dice is a 2 melee. One of the 2 reroll there. Din's rollout. See some damage. It's 5. I mean, it's not enough even to take out Baru, but well, actually, okay. With the other, he is now threatening 6 damage, so he could take out Baru here if he really wanted to. Is it worth it? Maybe. But he Jedi mind tricks and says, "Oh no!" All right. Probably you put the Vibro Sword and the 1 together, and then let the double Din Djarin and the Aphrodite be the 3, so that if he's taking out stuff, he only eliminates the blanks if he wants to get rid of the 3 dice. Let's see if he sees that as being the benefit here. One way. I mean, either way, you're gonna lose. You're probably losing 3 dice. So make that the least possible threat. I mean, I guess maybe you put the 2 with the Vibra Sword. Oh no, okay, so maybe, maybe. Well, he's thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, because if you say like, okay, I'll give you 5 damage here, versus you give me 3 dice here. Oh no way! This is not how you do it. He's absolutely gonna take out the 3 dice here. I mean, granted, like the max damage potential at that point is like comparably is like, okay, well, even if Afro rolls a 2 versus the other one is like, okay, it's gonna be 5 damage. So I think you still take out, yeah, the 3 dice. That seems fine. I don't see that as a, like, I think you still take that every time, yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. He says, I'll overwrite the Jedi Saber with Jedi Saber, get my 3 shields back, because who cares? This is the problem, like, with, like, you literally can't do this. Like, this is the deck you can't do this against. Like, until you have a board state, you kind of have to take out the other stuff. Otherwise, it's just, your weight. It's like free removal every turn on your best die. Like, he's gotten literally nowhere. He could have gotten close to taking out Baru here, but I mean, literally, yeah. It's like, yeah, he's realizing. I mean, that's pretty bad. Like, you can't really do anything with that. Like, the act of cruelties are doing. Like, he could have potentially, by having done that additional 3 damage on the Baru, like, done the act of cruelty with the 1 resource, taken out Baru, and discarded another card and so on. Like, I mean, there's at least some value there, but I think that was a mistake by putting the 3 damage into Key. It was just like with the cycling Jedi Saber, you can't do that. And now he's gonna stare down 10 dice and like can't even play Let's Make a Deal. I mean, you're literally in an almost claim scenario here. It isn't actually. Is it feasible that he could just lose this turn? I mean, what with 5 focus at this point? Like, can he do that? No, he can't do that much damage, but he can. He's Din Djarin is gone. Like, legit, just gone. Yep. Here comes This is like 5 focus here. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, take like the 3 for 1 on the Ned, or on the on the. Oh, yep. Okay. Wait. What? Why would? Huh? Oh, he can tranquility Theo and Lars for a resource. Yeah, so like, okay, that's why you do it. Tranquility. Okay. Wait, how did he get a resource? How did he get? Oh, the dead are alive. Duh. Okay. Well, that's good for him then. Yep. Okay. That's still enough to kill Din Djarin. Yeah, you just do it. Bam. Sayonara, sucker. Mr. Mando goes down. Yeah. I mean, so now he's basically like, Afra doesn't even. Wow, he even claimed early, didn't even resolve those dice. Wild. I guess it's worth it on some level. Yeah, I guess it is true. He actually is worthwhile because of Baru. Once you claim the battlefield, you heal an extra damage, and you may draw a card. Yeah, I mean, so there's value. Yeah, for comparatively to those 2 dice. Sure, why not? I mean, so basically, what do we have here? We've got virtually no damage on Beacon side of the board, and unfortunately for Mr. Rogue 5 over there, he is pretty well sunk. This is pretty much a game in the bag. Cramp's doing it to it. Nothing but damage, baby. All right. And that's 6 damage. That's almost half of Afra's remaining health, but there's the Headstrong. So he's at least going to get rid of the 3 and the 2. And, I mean, now that that's the case, though, like, oh, man. Just, how awful is that to feel? Oh, man. And there's the Disrupt to deal with the other, oh, there's some Disrupt, too. 3 for 1, 1 resource, and then, yeah. But not much to do with that. I mean, his board state's just not enough to do hardly anything. That's a rough matchup. Yeah, the Way of the Jedi takes out a couple dice. Disable to get rid of... Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. It's a good thing to see. See that coming down. That's like a free 2 die removal there. I'm not sure it's gonna make the big difference, but it's there. Key with his ultra focus, pretty good. Afra rolling in with a Vibro. And there's a Way of the Jedi again. What? Oh, with the brew reducing its cost. That's sick. Oh, man. That's sick. Poor brew over there getting the brunt of the damage, but they just keep getting healed. That's why you gotta gotta punch those guys hard. Get rid of them quick. Ooh, double blanks. Three more damage. It's going somewhere, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, man. He's still got 10 dice to deal with and no removal. I don't think you're getting out of this round alive. Yeah, disable can exhaust the support. I mean, he's got 13 damage to get out of this. So what do you do? I mean, let's see. You probably save... Really? Wow, okay. Alright, well, sure. He did get the 3 out of the Darksaber, so... He's got one more reroll if he wants it. He can get 2 focus out of this now. And can he make that work? I guess you got to, now you have to save the focus. So you reroll probably everything that's not damage or focus here and just let it fly. He's also got the reroll from the Jedi Temple Guard too, which would be a nice little bit. Pretty easy. Okay, taking that as... I'm actually kind of... I don't think you do that, really. I think you take that as a... You re-roll the Yoda Saber and take the 2 resources on the Jedi Saber. There's actually more... Of course he gets the +2. Okay. All right, fine. Yep, that's it. I mean, let's see. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the 2 focus. I think that's going to be a concede right there. The 2 focus there, that should be going on to round 2. That's a ton of damage. Yep. Okay, there it is. Yep. Okay. On to round 2. So, Din Djarin at his 18-point version, not enough, even with a reasonable Afra to... And, I mean, that's a tough deck to probably match up against that. I mean, there's just so much going on in the Cramps deck there. There's just so much going on that will manage to outboard state a lot of different stuff. You have to take out something, like either first or early second turn. Like, you have to minimize the value that they get out of Baru and Owen, because it's like that's extra cards, that's healing, that's resources. There's a lot going on there. I mean, Owen is basically here. You can have a free card and a resource for doing a thing, as long as Baru's there. Baru is basically cool. I get a resource.
Charging battery.
Always. Charging battery. Sorry. Okay, what are they choosing? We get a Maul deck. This is going to be fun. All right. Maul and Kalani. All right. That's interesting. That'll be fun. Maul, Kalani, Crucial Intel. That's pretty cool. Gotta like that. And what do we see? It is going to be against Leia. Oh, man. Leia Obi. Okay, so this is a deck that was pioneered in the opening week of Display of Power by my buddy Quinlan Vos, whatever. He is a fellow St. Louis player. Oh, apparently he picked the wrong one. Something went wrong. What's going on here? Oh, something else is happening. Okay. Something else is happening. Oh, it is a detect deck. What is it? Could it be? Is it Obi or is it going to be Jin? Nope. It's... Okay. Another Extremist campaign deck. Okay. Cool. This is interesting. So we have Zeb and Obi-Wan, in this case the Reiko Hardeen version of Obi-Wan, versus Maul Kalani. How very, very interesting. Huh. So interesting that Zeb, whenever he draws a card, which is a May action, Kalani will deal a damage if he draws the card. Huh. Okay. So, again, an Extremist campaign deck. This is a 31-point deck since Zeb is 14 points now. I said that Quinlan Vos was Leia Obi. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so Rogue 5 gets to choose. He chooses his opponent's battlefield, get his shields out of it. Oh no, I guess he's taking. He chooses his own. All right, and so yeah, never mind. Yeah, you misheard. All right, so Rogue 5 looking to try and overtake in this game too. In his hand, he's got a Beskar hammer, which is a redeploy 2-cost weapon, a Vibra sword, new base, which will help him to pair up some die sides, headstrong, and black market connection. Always nice to see some black market connection going on. And his first action is going to probably be, yep, to play that Beskar hammer. Yeah, I think you would probably be wanting to put that on Mr. Zeb over there. Kalani just rolls straight the resources. Exactly what he wants to see. Oh my gosh. And exactly what you don't want to see when you're Zeb. You roll base damage and then opposite damage for the Zeb dice. Taking resources, he's going to be looking to get that Tusken camp online. Or he might just play the armored assault. Nah, you would definitely do the assault tank. I mean the Tusken camp first here. Got to generate resources. But here's something fun. So rolls into the. Hey. Yep, that's not a May. There you go. Not a May. JW Mo, who's winning Beaconfire up. He got game 1. This is the beginning of game 2, round 1. So detect is not a May action, so that's why I made sure to tell them about it. Neither, in fact, is the resource from the detect if an event is detected by Reiko Hardin. So he got his resource. We're back to playing the Tusken camp. TK's dock. TKS dock. Oh, I don't know what that means, sir. Oh, thanks, doc. Okay, yeah. I hear you, bro. Thank you for coming in and joining us this lovely evening. I was thinking like 2K421. Why aren't you at your post? All right, so showing more resources on his side of the table, this is why you played the Tusken camp. Oh, that's cool. So he turned die after resolving his. Wow. So I turned my head away for a second and missed a couple of fun little bits here. Of course, what happened is that all this damage is getting pumped into Kalani, and we may have a dead Kalani round 1. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That's something. Yep. All right, Kalani gone. All right, sayonara, Kalani. Oh man, jeez, just just pound him, and that's what Zeb does. He just like crushes with damage. And the Beskar hammer, when it resolved, I didn't note this, but Beskar hammer, when it resolves, you can turn a character die to any side, which is why he blanked out that Tusken Raider die. And even though the resource advantage is definitely on Beacon's side here, there is there is like no question that. Wow. So if he remembers, does he remember? Yeah, he's getting it. Okay. Here comes the power action on Maul to do 3 indirect. So Beacon does end up doing, some damage here. He's going to maybe do a little more, or is he just going to greed that resource? Actually, he's got the armored assault tank in hand. Like, I mean, he could. This actually is really interesting here, because watch this Tusken camp. He needs to generate 3 resources out of 4 dice here, and he's got greed to do it. So if he rolls even like, if he rolls a couple resources, which he doesn't, I mean, at this point he just needs to. He's got double greed actually. I'm even missing this. So with double greed, he just needs to re-roll once. If he rolls into one of those as a resource. Oh, wow. So that's a problem. So he's going to discard and roll into, hopefully roll into a couple resources because he can't leave 3 blanks. Still only 1 resource, so he can't get the armored assault tank out, which is definitely a bummer from his point of view. He wanted to see a lot more than that. But what can you do? What can you do? So I mean, I guess at this point you probably take the shield the damage and greed the resource and get ready to play the armored assault tank. Or oh, is he gonna do it? He's re-rolling. He's gonna hope to see 2 resources here, and he hits it. Oh my gosh! So which is the more greedy? Playing the greed or discarding to re-roll in hopes that you actually get 2 resources and then getting it? I think it's the latter. That's insane. And he will get a couple of, like, as long as he doesn't roll the 3-for-1 with the resource. Yeah, so he can roll this. Okay, it doesn't do anything, but then he'll power action and get the next one. Let's see what he gets. He gets that resource out of it. So it ends up not being as bad as it truly could have been for Rogue in that respect. But it is now like, I mean, this is what happens though. This is like the aggro. This is the aggro versus the Dirtle deck basically. So we are seeing, this is going to get interesting because what has to happen here is that Rogue just basically has to keep pressing the assault hardcore in order to, just make it so that he can, just get as much damage as possible out of onto Maul, and he might be able to. That's a ton of damage. I mean, even so, it's like here. Let me roll 6 damage in a resource. Zeb comes out, and what do we got? Okay, so here you go. All right, that's fun. So more stuff coming out. The Tuscan camp here. The Power of the Tribe is probably, could theoretically come out here soon. The question is, where is he going to go with it? Oh man. Hello. And he would really like to play the Emperor this turn if he, but I think he's got to focus on getting some removal online here. New base comes in. Wow, is he really going for the Emperor? That's interesting. I mean, now he says, "All right, cool. I'll do." What is this? This is 5 damage, and yeah, all right, 5 damage in. Yep, okay, and yep, he did go for the Emperor, and that does provide him with 3 more shields, which is a good reason to do it. I mean, look at this. You got 15 resources of stuff down on turn 2. That's how many resources you can generate sometimes. That's insane. Will it be enough? Very well could be. Headstrong. Discarded to reroll here. Oh, wow. Hitting near max for what he can do with it. That's another 7 damage. Oh, man. Oh, and then there's a 3 focus, though. Goodness, this is getting crazy. Okay. So there's 7 damage. Goodness gracious. The rallying cry is at least moderately helpful here, perhaps. So let's see what he thinks about here. Now, if you're Beacon, you're probably, what do you know as your threats? Like, he's only thinking about zero cost removal at this point, since that's all he's got available. He forgot his I mean, you got to remember your detect guy. I mean, all right, well, all right, yep, yep, all right. I mean, that's not the May. I'll try to keep on my toes on that one. What's he? I don't know what happened. Whatever. He may have just said I was not. I won't take the resource. It's not the. Well, that's if that's the gentleman's agreement. I'm not going to object. It's not a May though. Okay. Phew, man. Oh, so we're gonna see a ton of damage coming out here. I think you have to anticipate that what he's gonna get out of this is at least probably, man, because there's, I mean, if you focus in, you got 3 focus. He's got to take one of those as a resource. So he probably takes, the Tuscan Raider as a resource. Yep, yep, yep. So this is enough to definitely kill a dude. It's like, plus he's going to have an additional 4 indirect out of this. So that's 7, 11, 14 damage in total. With 11 damage, no matter what, somebody's going down. So the question is, what's he going to do? He might be able to push it in such a way, like he's got to. So there is a way that he will be able to get out of this, probably at least with a little less damage on the table, because he's not going to be able to kill a guy before setting off the indirect damage on Maul. So therefore, he could push it into the direction of, like, basically, you might have to. Well, I guess he'll only forfeit like maybe 1 damage out of it. Yeah. See, but let's see if he resolves it the right way. So what he has to do here is he has to kind of resolve the. Yeah, he's got to. To avoid the rallying cry, Beacon would need to resolve the melee damage first. So he might choose to go ahead with the intel breach here. That's what he might be thinking. Okay. Seven, and then is he not going to remember the indirect? Oh my gosh. Well, that is definitely a May on Emperor, so I can't actually do anything with that. Like, I can't mention that. The irony is biting. Oh, there he goes. Oh, man. Okay, there's the intel breach. What's that going to do? He's going to discard something. There's the rallying cry. What does he want out of that? Oh, he's going to take the vicious tactics right back. That's vicious. So, it's totally possible for either person to be winning this game at this point. 8 health left when you count the shield for Maul, and 11 for Obi-Wan, but the board state definitely favors Beacon. Obi-Wan rolls in. Yeah, 5 damage. I'm a little surprised why. I don't know. I guess he wants to save for the headstrong here. There's the trick. Gets the yep. Detecting the tricks gets him a resource. I mean, I don't know. Seems like overriding one of those for the Vibrasword would be helpful. I mean, you're not now you can't even win this turn. There's no way you win this turn, in fact. So, you know, can he get 11 damage out of this? Absolutely. Especially I mean, here's the thing. If Beacon had remembered his Emperor damage, then it wouldn't be like this would be a 7 versus 8 health. This is game 2, Eric. Beacon won the first game. Let's see if he remembers his Emperor damage, then it's very easy for him to potentially hit 11 damage. But I guess that would be a reason why he definitely needed to save the resources on some level, because you need to be able to block. Like he's got a headstrong. He literally like kind of has to headstrong Maul's dice, and he has to hope right here that he doesn't roll into a whole bunch of disrupt. More resources. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Oh, he made a mistake. Oh, never mind. So he accidentally rolled in 2 Tusken camps as opposed to the 2 Tusken Raider dice. So he was basically needed to re-roll a Tusken camp and then put in another Tusken Raider die. So, okay. Still no disrupt. Rolls in the second one. Still no disrupt. Now, if you're Beacon here, do you recognize that you... Oh, man. Oh, golly. That's an easy take. I mean, I guess what you could do here is you could let's make a deal and then get rid of 3. Oh, no, he says, okay, so he must have passed. And then that dealt a bunch of damage. He draws a card after Maul dealing damage to himself. 1 damage on the Maul, okay. Oh, and I guess another thing he's trying to do here is not try to empty his hand so that it makes it, that's yet again, the power action on Maul makes it yet again kind of a dangerous proposition. Anything get rid of your hand is like dealing another damage to yourself. He might actually have this in hand at this point. Quewit asks, can Trick reveal an already detected card, I think is what you meant to ask, and the answer is no. If it's revealed, it is considered, or if it is detected, it is considered at that point revealed, so you have to reveal a card that is in your hand. That is not already revealed. So there's 1 damage. He says, what is he? Oh, he's discarding to reroll here, and just doesn't hit anything. Just hits. I think he got the discard back. All right. He's considering his options. Oh, we had a disconnect. What? Uh-oh. All right, we'll get these guys back here momentarily. Can you guys still see the screen here? Yeah, okay. I don't know why I just accidentally pinned a message. All right, I don't. We must be some connection problems on the side of. Uh, I'll save the game just in case. Let's remember 7 damage on each side, no shields, just in case. Our server's just down. Anybody just. Internet's obviously up. Maybe. It might be. I'm trying to talk with Beacon over here. No? Okay. Oh, come on. Gotta be kidding me. What in the world is happening? Okay, so we do see servers.
Yep.
Hey, I think we're just gonna call it because
We're going to call it a Beacon win because I
he's
can't
late
survive
and-
this round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm understood.
Yeah,
Sorry about
we were
that.
discussing what we had left, and we were like, minus me just rolling extremely crappy, it was over. And forgetting my Emperor triggers again and all that.
I made fun of you mercilessly for that.
Oh, I deserved it. Right after I got out, I was
Nah.
like, you should have 5 more damage on you. I'm such an idiot.
I mean, I was thinking until you took Zeb down in one round. In that one round, I was thinking this looks promising.
I
And all of a
had
sudden-
to kill him because I couldn't let. I was like, if you get another, when I was
Turn
looking
at
at it,
him,
I was like, I have to kill a character here. And that's why I was like, well, the vicious tactics is going to do it. And the only thing I could think of, I was like, if he had strike a deal, he would already played it. So I was like, rally cry is the only thing I could think of. So
here I was making all these references to how, okay, so if the way he's got to do this, if he wants to maximize his damage output, is to resolve the melee first. But Rogue might be able to save himself 1 damage if he puts it on in the right way, and then it's like, oh, he just forgot the Emperor damage.
Yeah,
Oh.
I did. I remembered it earlier because I was like, can I be sneaky and do this one way and then get an easier kill another way? And then I was like, nope, I'm just going to go right into it.
I was praying that you did the tank first and then my rally cry came into play, but you did it the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen rallying cry too many times.
Yep.
That I was like, I got to take this dollar first. And
Yep.
I remembered all that. I was so focused and so giddy about getting a kill that I forgot all about my 4 indirect. And then I was like, we each had 3 cards when he drew the card, and I was like, oh, I can't do them all, PA. And then I play the Intel Breach and get to draw a card, and I totally forget I get to do one there too. So I was like, I totally just gave up 5 indirect damage.
Oh yeah.
So I'm happy I still was able to pull it out, but
absolutely.
It was fun. The second game was definitely a lot more fun than the first game.
The first game was frustrating, but I've learned a lot from it. And the second game, yeah, well played. You pulled it back. Nice one.
Yeah, the ramp was insane. That second game.
Yeah.
I was like, the rolling the 3 blanks. I was like, oh, what's the? Well, I guess he's not getting that out. Oh wait, he's gonna play greed. Wait, he's gonna play greed and just no, he's discarding greed. This is the most greedy play I've ever seen.
Well, that's like, I was like, when I had the 2 greeds, I was like, if I can just like sneak 1 resource out of this, I'll be fine. And then of course I rolled blank, and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I was like, greeting it's not gonna give me the tank. I'm re-rolling. I don't care.
Oh,
that was funny.
I'm gonna call it a night, guys.
All right,
thank you,
gentlemen. Well played, and it was a hard fought. Yep.
Cool. I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Yes, sir.
Good luck for the rest for your next round.
I appreciate it.
Good night to you, sir. All right, bye-bye.
Catch you later.
All right, so Beacon is the victor here.
Oh gosh, such an idiot.
Victor by disconnection.
Yeah, see, I've got more. I just had to wait him up, so he's so tired that I'm like, hey, we can keep playing this, or you can go to bed.
Oh my gosh.
No, we just were discussing it, and we were like, if we can't get it back up because we didn't know if TTS.
I mean, I got it back up here, but I was.
We started talking about it, and I was like, I figured you have either a Let's Make a Deal or Headstrong, but then after that, you're pretty much done. You can't kill Maul, and then we're basically like. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna Headstrong both Maul's dice, and then I was like, yeah, and then I'm just gonna re-roll until I either get like a 3 focus on Emperor,
it's like
or 3 indirect on Emperor, and
so we'll call it a victory by talking it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because that is what is ahead of you here is just the Headstrong will eliminate Maul's dice if you don't disrupt it, and which was obvious, kind of what you were clearly trying to do, but. Without that, I mean, even if he did Headstrong both of Maul's dice, it's like, if the Emperor just rolls into massive reroll or something or focus, and it's like no big deal.
Yeah, because I think I had 2 indirect on board with Maul's PA.
Yeah.
So that puts him at 8. So then he's at 5. I think I had like a 1 damage side out.
Yep. You didn't need much.
I was like, and I had 5 rerolls. So I was like, as long as I don't just completely whiff here, then I'm good.
Yep. 'Tis true.
So, anyways, what match you got next?
I don't even know. I haven't looked.
Okay. Oh, I think you're playing Nemesis. Oh no, yeah, Nemesis.
Oh, am I? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So.
Well,
All right.
we'll see what happens. All right, well,
Good luck,
we'll end
brother.
the
Thanks
stream
for
here.
streaming.
Yep. All right, no problem. All right, everybody, enjoy. Have a good night.